off February 25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
You might not like what you're about to hear, and that's only if you're not a fan of the U.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. This is Theoretically Speaking. This is a feel-good Friday. A feel-good Friday, not necessarily a football Friday unless you are a lover of all things Pro Bowl, but definitively I'm feeling good on this Friday, January the 30th, 2026, because just more good news pouring in for the good people out in Coral Gables. And as you've grown to know over the past 30, 40, 50 years of college football, generally speaking, good news for the fellas that practice out there at Green Tree. Bad news for the rest of the nation when it comes to the gridiron action in college sports. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. And we have the journey to get here has been treacherous. It has been absolutely devastating at times. It's been disappointing. It's been a journey that has included a lot of promises and then unfulfilled promises. But we made this statement, this claim earlier this year that the U is back regarding the University of Miami football program. And it doesn't mean that they're back actually winning the national championships. It doesn't mean that they are back actually reigning terror over all of college football, doing what they did starting with Schnellenberger on through the early 2000s. But it does mean that they are back as a force and as a big capital V villain in college football. And I can tell just based on the response of the early on-stage success that Miami is having so far. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. You are a Penn State football fan. You guys had some changes happen this offseason. What is your perception on how Miami is seeming to return to its glory right now?
Yeah, I would be exceptionally excited if I'm a Miami Hurricane fan because your seemingly meteoric rise to the top in 2025, think about the depths of Miami football the past 3 or 4 years where there was reason to believe, to have high expectations to win the ACC, to compete for national championships, and it wasn't quite happening. This year, it kind of felt like the same ingredients were there to have a lot of hype and not a lot of substance, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Miami went on a run in the college football playoff, and Miami, even in losing in the national championship game, probably is the most optimistic, the loser of the national title game that I can remember ever.
Yeah, it really –
because it's not one of those teams in the old days of college football where, yeah, we had these guys incubated in our program, and this was the final product, the last hurrah. This was it. If not now, when? I'm talking about TCU when they got beat 62-7, where they went on a crazy run. They'll never forget that run. It was incredible. But once you lose that game, it's kind of like, all right, I hope you guys took a lot of pictures because you're going to be thinking about that day for a very long time, and there will not be memories that replace those. For Miami, dang, lost by 6 to Indiana. But we're going to be here again. If not next year, the year after that. If not, next year, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, and that's the reason why there's a lot of hope. That is well put because there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of optimism about what's next for Miami. And based on what Mario Cristobal has done since he's stepped foot back onto his alma mater's campus, like that's been the tale of the tape. He came to Miami in 2022. The Canes went 5-7, missed the bowl season. It was disappointing. The next year, 7-6, lost in the Pinstripe Bowl. The year after that, 10-3, lost in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. That was the Cam Ward year. That was the year in which a couple of silly losses turned into a missed opportunity for a Canes team that likely could have, they could score with anybody in the nation, but they had a horrendous defense. But over these past 4 years, and we know how this last year went, 13 wins. You have the 3 losses. You have the 3 playoff wins if you include College Station, right? 3 playoff wins, 2 of them considered bowl games, and then a loss in the national championship game. One of the best defenses in the nation, the strongest team in the trenches when you consider both sides of the football, and you have the most spectacular freshman. And arguably, not even arguably, he was the most productive wide receiver in Malachi Toney coming back for another 2 years alongside that whole backfield and more weapons on that offense. Like Miami this past year, what they did in one fell swoop was reinstate themselves as a national power and also make it cool again to be sporting the Miami Hurricanes uniform, to have that U on your helmet, to play for Mario Cristobal, to be amongst the legends on the sideline. Like the U is back. It's not disrespectful to what the Canes used to be. It's more so appreciating what the Canes are now returning to, because the people want to play there.
Yeah, Miami's not a nostalgia act anymore.
No. They are here. They are here and they are active. And it was disrespectful of me to call them the Cowboys of college football for so long, because that is no longer the truth. This will be as if the Dallas Cowboys made the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Which is we're very far away from that possibility coming to surface.
We're worlds away from that. And a lot of that is because from the top down with the Dallas Cowboys, they still have that same dysfunction. They still have Jerry Jones making them a spectacle more than they are a spectacular football team. But what Cristobal has built is so sustainable that I understand why people are frightened. I understand why people are scurrying in their boots. If you didn't hear the news, the Miami Hurricanes it's official now, right? It became official this week. Darian Mensah, one of the top quarterbacks in the transfer portal for the 3rd straight year, is going to call Miami home. He settled with Duke. The NIL agreement is behind him, and he and his number 1 target at Duke are both at Miami now. They are both fully cemented as Miami Hurricanes, and they both are on a absolute mission. It is about to go down. If you don't know about Darian Mensah, who helped Duke win an ACC title this past year, I think highly of him. A near 4,000-yard passer, 36 passing touchdowns this past year, only 6 interceptions, a dual-threat guy. He's people like to compare him. They say shades of Cam Ward, which is kind of exciting because what were we saying all year for the Miami Hurricanes? Woo, this defense is immaculate. These weapons are great. If only they had Cam Ward. We might be seeing what that looks like, and don't just take my word for it. Lou Riddick is one of the best football voices out there, has one of the better objective opinions on prospects specifically, both in college and young players in the NFL. I love taking his word for things. He's one of the first people to call out what Patrick Mahomes could be in the NFL. I remember back when Saquon Barkley was even coming out and people were, he was like, this dude is going to be a star from day one and he's going to be great throughout his career. He's called his shot on a lot of guys, Jordan Love as well. Take a listen to what ESPN's Lou Riddick had to say about Darian Mensah, the new Miami Hurricanes quarterback.
This guy looks like Jordan Love. He's not as big as Jordan Love, but he moves like it. He's that smooth, confident, just rhythmic passer who has just the subtle movements in the pocket. He's always cool, calm, and collected. Has a ton of horsepower in his arm with accuracy. Great football IQ. I think going down there to the University of Miami and being coached by Shannon Dawson with the offensive line, running game, and wide receivers they're going to provide him with, and then the complementary defense, I'm just telling you this, Darian Mensah, I think if it all goes the way it's supposed to go, he will be the Heisman Trophy favorite. I'll just say it now. Look, I would expect him to be someone who could go ahead and take home that hardware next year, and he will be a top 5, top 10 selection in the NFL draft come 2027.
Oh, wait. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about right now, dog? What are we even saying? Why are we wasting our breath? Why are we wasting our time? Can we get to the fall already? I'm sick of seeing the Hoosiers as the defending national champions. I want to get to the fall. I want to kick this damn football off against Stanford, man. How do you not think about what Miami has right now? Think about what Miami has right now. They brought back Mark Fletcher, who looked like baby Derrick Henry. out of the backfield, running back Mark Fletcher from American Heritage, who was teammates with, Malachi Toney, who led the nation in receptions. As a high school senior. He'll be going into his college freshman year, technically sophomore, but college freshman age year next year as a guy that led the nation in receptions and was one of the most productive players in all of college football. You also are getting Darian Mensah, who Lou Riddick just compared to Jordan Love. And others are comparing to Cam Ward. Damn it, I'll take anything in between, as long as it means that the Canes have a quarterback that they can rely on to go win them football games instead of not lose them, like what we saw last year. No shade to Carson Beck, but that is how the Canes lost all 3 of their games last year. You also have guys like a top 100 receiver last year and Josh Moore coming into his sophomore year. You have weapons out of the backfield like Gerard Pringle that returns. You have number 1 player out of this area, Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast, true freshman Javian Mallory entering that backfield. That wide receiver room has number 1 player from our top 63 list from 3 years ago, Vandravius Jacobs, transferring from South Carolina to Miami this year. They have weapons galore in Shannon Dawson's, the offensive coordinator for Miami's, air raid system. Weapons galore. Maybe they're going to take a step back in the trenches, right? Miami lost Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor. They're both going to be first-rounders in this upcoming NFL draft. Miami lost Francis Maui-Noah, who's going to be a first-rounder, likely the first offensive lineman picked in April. But also, I just checked this little list. ESPN does this little thing. They call it the ESPN Next. Sports ESPN Next, the top 300 recruits in the nation. And I didn't have to scroll down too far before I saw the first Miami commit. There's this big fella named Jackson Cantwell coming in, 6'8", 330-pound offensive lineman that can play tackle or guard, likely going to play tackle for the Canes, who is the number 3 overall player and the number 1 offensive lineman in that recruiting class. Has a good chance to start as a true freshman like CeCe Maui-Noah did for the Miami Hurricanes back when he came in as a highly touted offensive tackle. Miami has also hit the portal in a strong way to replace defensive linemen, to replace other offensive linemen starting spots, and they have coaches. I would dare say on both sides of the ball, if you're an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman, who else would you want to go play for? Who else would you want to go learn for than the tutelage of Alex Maribal and Mario Cristobal, that's their expertise, is recruiting and developing the O-line. And then on the other side, C-Katt, have you heard of Jason Taylor?
Yeah, that's right. I know his sister, too.
Yeah.
Works in the media.
Yeah, Joy Taylor. You have heard of his sister as well. Both of them excellent at what they do in different ways. More so Jason Taylor, if you can get me back refocused here, Mr. Jokester. Jason Taylor has been one of the most crafty and also respected defensive line coaches in all of the nation. And it might help that he's a Pro Football Hall of Famer and one of the greatest edge rushers that the Miami Dolphins and the NFL has ever seen. Like, that's who you have coaching up that defensive front, which also brought in a top lineman from Mizzou from this offseason. This team is ready-made. They brought in some defensive backfield, though. This team is ready-made to be one of the top contenders in the nation, if not the favorite to win the national title next year. Lou Riddick thinks that Darian Mensah is going to come in and play quarterback and be likely a Heisman Trophy winner. The Miami Hurricanes are not just back because they're competitive and because they made it to the national title game. They are back because there's something extra that comes with Miami being in the limelight. There's something extra that comes with winning in a Canes uniform. And I am not – you can look at me and say, Theo, you're just a fan. You're just a sports talker. You're over-exaggerating. You're being – you're an idiot. C-Katt, we were just at the golf course. Was that this week? Monday? Yeah.
It was on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday, we were just at the Floridian at the charity celebrity golf outing, which they call it now the Classic. It used to be called Mr. October. Now I forget it. It's something like
Crane Classic.
The Jim Crane Classic, owner of the Houston Astros, who also owns the Floridian out here. A lot of celebrities come out, a lot of good people, raise money for charity as well as golf and have a good time. We saw the rapper The Baby there. We saw 50 Cent, who plays a big part in it, him and G Unity, his community foundation. We also saw former Miami Hurricane and Hall of Famer Ray Lewis. Now, the viral clip that we've got, the clip that everybody knows about, that we've seen, is Ray Lewis hiding behind me to run away from a raccoon that tried to attack us mid-interview. What we haven't let you listen to yet as the good people, the radio audience here on Theoretically Speaking, what you haven't had an opportunity to listen to yet was the conversation I was having with the Pro Football Hall of Famer, the conversation I was having with the Super Bowl champion, Ray Lewis, as we were talking about not only why guys like he and Ed Reed and Willis McGahee and Edgerrin James and Michael Phelps, I mean, that's random, but yeah, why guys like them are continue to, invest in the program and be around the program. But I didn't ask him if the U was back. I just asked him about Miami. Take a listen to the words that Ray Lewis, he might walk it back a little bit, but take a listen to what Ray Lewis had to say about Miami.
Winning a championship is the most amazing thing ever. But when you see the brotherhood that was built, that's way more important. And I'm telling you, you saw those guys, the way we fought. And, in championship games, the one thing you cannot do is you can't give away anything. And when you miss a field goal or you miss a tackle, it's all relevant, right? It's all relevant. But I just love that we're back. I hate the word back. I love that they're them. And that's what I love being them, man. It's just so good to see those kids and just being around them. And, when they first see you, they go in the war, but they see their eyes, they're like, oh my gosh. You can see it in their eyes, like, you're my favorite. Okay, now go get somebody in the mouth, and then we become closer friends.
That's Ray Lewis. What he said it, we're back. Not the U is back, not there. We are back. And that's another part of this that doesn't resonate the same way in other areas of the nation. If Alabama got back to winning national championships, you're not going to see those alumnus on the sidelines of mundane games on random Saturdays and at the big ones as well in the way in which the former Canes alums support it. Because no disrespect to that fan base, no disrespect to those alumnus and those great players that they have, they don't feel the same tie to it. They don't feel as connected to it like Ray Lewis did when he said, we are back. We're back.
Yeah, and you also have that element. If you ever played like high school sports, if you've ever gone back to your high school and watched the current crop, and you're standing next to like your former high school buddies reminiscing about the good old days, you're under your breath saying, man, we'd watch these guys. Like they got soft these days. Our heyday would dominate this current team. There's a certain amount of pride that Ray Lewis rightfully has for his era of Miami Hurricanes football, where it takes a lot from him to admit, appreciate, and uplift the current crop as equals.
That means that is for him to say we're back. For him to say we're back. And he only walked it back because that's I will peel back the curtain here a little bit. That's the messaging that Mario Cristobal has put out there. And that is when Ray Lewis walked it back, it's not because he doesn't feel like Miami is back, but he knows that Cristobal doesn't like people saying that and people putting those expectations on it because he knows what Miami was in its heyday, and they're not there yet. They have to still win the titles. They have to still dominate the era. You can't just be back without doing the things that it takes to be back. So since Cristobal will not utter it, Ray Lewis and a lot of the other guys around the program that are coming back are trying to keep that messaging solidified and unified with the big dog.
Well, it's also kind of a way to mock programs that had heydays. Like Texas and Sam Ehlinger when he did the "We're Back."
Yeah, that was bad.
Like that is just a way to poke fun about a historical sports program, football, basketball, whatever it is, and say, haha, remember when they thought they were actually worth a damn? No, they can go watch VHS tapes of their good old days and have to sit at home during the playoffs like the rest of us. Saying the "We're back" is the "you back." It is a way to make fun of it.
Yeah.
So you almost want to distance yourself from actually saying that and meaning that in the right place because it can be used against you.
But I guarantee you that's what the feeling is around Miami, and that's the feeling around recruits in the area and across the nation. That's the feeling for players that enter the transfer portal. Just take a listen to not take a listen. I'll read it off to you. What Darian Mensah had to say about the reason in which he chose Miami. Quote, I want to make the NFL. I want to be a first-round draft pick. All signs point towards Miami. Miami's done it. If you watch what they do, they win. It's just something I wanted to be a part of. I've always bet on myself, and I always will. I've done it once. I'll do it again. I want to be one of the best. That's Darian Mensah, the guy that went from Tulane. I almost said James Madison for some reason. From Tulane with Summerall to Duke with Manny Diaz, and now is coming to Miami to play for Mario Cristobal. The guy who was second in the nation in passing yards, top 3 in passing touchdowns, and the guy who led the Duke Blue Devils to an ACC title win. The goal for the Miami Hurricanes this upcoming season is going to be not only to win their first ever ACC crown, but with that, they should, and the goal should be to earn a top 4 seed and a bye in the college football playoffs. And what happens after that is gravy. Of course, internally, they're going to be looking at, we want to go and win the whole damn thing. They want to go win the national championship. It's playoffs. It's one or done. It's win or go home. Anything can happen in any of those games. I will say the way in which the Canes are built, where you know you're going to win the line of scrimmage on both sides, where you know you likely are going to enter any game with the best playmaker at quarterback and the best playmaking weapon in Malachi Toney at receiver, and you got absolute dogs all over that defense, they're built for playoffs runs. They're built for big games. They're built for road battles like the one that they're going to have at South Bend against Notre Dame. They have built this program in the right way. So when I say, and when Ray Lewis says, and when other fans out there say the U is back, the biggest proponent of all of this is people believe it, C-Katt. People that don't want to believe it are buying in on it as well. And that's how I know that the Canes are back to being the villains of college football and back to being, back as what they used to be. I want to get to our guy Jonathan Zaslow and talk about who the villains of college football are. Do we have time for the Gators fan right now?
I would like to.
Yes, a little long.
Sure.
Can we play? I just want to give an example of what other folks are saying. What other folks are saying as well. It's not just the fan base. It's not just the legends of the Canes past. It's also about people that know that their college football program has to deal with Miami today. So the Florida Gators have an influencer, a personality.
Josh Prey, not to be confused with Josh Pate. And Josh Prey saw all of the pageantry around the Canes and their newly cemented quarterback wide receiver duo, and here's his reaction as a Gators fan.
This is the 3rd year in a row that they got the top quarterback. I want them investigated. I want them, Duke with a Gators child, anything he wants. Miami, I want them investigated. On every, I'm snitching. I don't want them to do well. It was fun while it lasted. It was cute. How the hell they get him? How the hell they get him in his wide receiver? How they get Ren and Stimpy? How they get the Benz and the Bentley? This is what pissed me off. This is to every other college program right now. I'm a Florida Gator fan. If I don't see Fred Taylor, if I don't see Riddell Anthony, Ike Hilliard, Jaquez Green, Percy Harvin, if I don't see Tim Damn Tebow recruiting, we have a problem. The fans can't be recruiting harder than the greats of our team. Why the hell? Why is Edgerrin James in this picture at Prime 112 in Miami, Florida with their new quarterback and receiver and players and stuff like that? Why is Edgerrin James there? Why? Edgerrin James told that boy, if you win, you eat free. Have y'all ever ate at Prime 112 in Miami?
Hey, we haven't and they won't. And this is how I know the U is back. When you are that frazzled, when you are that frightened, when you are that, and this is serious, where you are now calling out your own legends to do the things that the Canes probably got to stop. They got to block some guys from coming back because ain't enough space on the sidelines. Ain't enough space at 112. Ain't enough space in all of these places because everybody wants to come back and be a part of it. It hits different when the U is on top. That's why I talked about them being one of the better brands in college football. Nobody wanted to agree with me. It hits different for the folks that actually earned it out there in Greentree, and I'm sorry that you don't have that out of Gainesville.
Quite literally, like these teams that are competing with Miami both on the field and on the recruiting trail are looking at the Miami Hurricanes like a real-life hurricane. They were in the sunshine. It was a great day at the beach. Greener pastures ahead. Florida State won the ACC. Florida State was on their way to a 4-team college football playoff berth. The Florida Gators bought back into their head coach Billy Napier before last season. They got a couple of big recruits to flip to the Florida Gators. DJ Lagway had buzz as a NFL prospect, let alone an NCAA competitor. And then this wall cloud shows up over the coast. And this wall cloud is led by Mario Cristobal and the storm, that is the Miami Hurricanes, everything that comes with them. And it touched ground this year.
And at least, hey, the good thing for everybody else in college football, there was a storm warning. You know what I'm saying? There was a hurricane watch. And you saw it coming. You got the alert. And next season, get the hell out of the way. Jonathan Zaslow is a Gator and Canes grad. He's a double grad. He's a fan of the Canes. He has love for both teams and both programs. Can't wait to see his thoughts on what's happening right now in college football as the U is officially back. We're going to bring him in on the other side here. Jonathan Zaslow from Zaslow Show 2.0 and ESPN Radio. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. It is a feel-good Friday. Kind of a football Friday, too, on ESPN 106.3.
The 2 p.m. hour is presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Teeing off February 25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into on ESPN. That's no off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN, all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today to get involved.
Hi. This is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Ah, the internet, a place where your curiosity can flourish, unless online threats stop you. The internet is wonderful, but you need to protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. NordVPN encrypts your browsing. Its Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
Hey, y'all get some more drinks going on. I sound a whole lot better.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
The U is back, and the PGA Tour is back. back in Palm Beach County to be specific. The Cognizant Classic returns to PGA National Resort and Spa February 25th. Woo-wee! It's like 25 days away. February 25th through March 1st. We're going to watch PGA Tour players take on the Bear Trap. It's one of the toughest stretches of golf known to mankind. So tough, I actually tried to play it one year. Didn't get past the first hole. Gave up. Gave up on 15.
You gave up before the Bear Trap.
Wait, no, 15, 16, 17.
I know you said it on the first, so I thought you meant like on one.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I would have. I mean, trust me, I probably couldn't get past the first hole. I literally was doing a TV story, and we were going to do the Bear Trap.
And then you ran out of daylight.
Yeah. I said, well, what's up with all this water out here? But no, the PGA Tour pros, they're going to do a lot better at that. They're going to do a lot better at the tournament in general. In fact, it is a great field. C-Katt, when Todd Fleming came on these radio airwaves and broke the field, or at least some of the entries for this tournament, I mean, the blood got boiling in a good way.
Uh-huh.
Brooks
Koepka.
Brooksy?
There's a reason why ESPN National changed their TV program, which they never do, just to air Brooks Koepka's return to the PGA Tour on Thursday and on Friday. And he's going to be back where he got all started for Brooks.
Right, man. Back in the backyard. This is his home tournament. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beach is Brooks Koepka, Cardinal Newman alum, West Palm Beach native, and a resident. If you want an upgraded experience, to check that out and more at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, you got the premium hospitality areas like the Shoreline Suites, the 1909 Terrace, and, of course, the Bear Trap. That comes with beer, wine, and soft drinks for the free. And you can get some specifics. See, I love the seats out there right over there overlooking the iconic 17th hole. I mean, that's where the energy is all throughout the Bear Trap, but the action's all throughout the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Again, it starts February 25th, Palm Beach Gardens. Tickets are on sale right now. TheCognizantClassic.com. TheCognizantClassic.com. Without further ado, it's time to get a taste of the 305 with the main man himself, Jonathan Zaslow.
You might know him as the Cooper City Rattlesnake. He's the human flamethrower of Miami sports radio.
Hey, you could be a maniac without being a jerk.
The preacher of the Pat Riley gospel.
They don't complain. They don't make excuses. This is the NBA. Deal with it.
The mayor of Dolphins delusion.
Can the Bills offense keep up with the Dolphins offense?
And the only guy who can go from breaking down the Panthers power play to cutting a full-blown Ric Flair promo. Woo! Jonathan Zaslow is the voice of the 305. Presented by Anajar and Levine and Twin Peaks.
Zaslow!
Yo!
What's happening? Happy Feel Good Friday to you, man.
I am very excited for the weekend. We got WWE Royal Rumble tomorrow. That's a very big deal, so I'm into it. We did it, everybody. We made it to the weekend.
Do you consider yourself what is like the title that you consider yourself? Are you also part influencer, Jonathan Zaslow? Or
I'm a huge influencer.
Okay.
Everybody knows. I am a very, very big influence. I'm influencing people all the time.
You are. You actually are. You actually are. How do you feel about the way in which things have been influenced in the college football realms in favor of those Miami Hurricanes these days, man?
Well, I think it probably remains to be seen based on whatever the reaction the Canes get next year. You know, it's the year after. You see the result of the thing that happened the next season, like when the Canes were, hey, next year they're in South Bend to take on the Irish.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's that going to be like? What's the reaction going to be there at Notre Dame for that one? So I feel like it's the year after where you could really tell everyone's reaction and how they treat you. So I think it remains to be seen a little bit.
I'm all in on the fact that they're back as a power in college football. When you're able to,
I think they are too.
For the third straight year, you get one of the top quarterbacks in the transfer portal, in Darian Mensah. You got his receiver as well out of Duke. Look at that, a couple of ACC champions going to be playing for the Miami Hurricanes next season.
Yeah, I mean that's never gonna. That's the new thing now. You know, like Coach Cristobal doesn't necessarily have to recruit high school quarterbacks anymore. You could actually see if the quarterback can play at the collegiate level. There are so many schools, and you really can have your pick of the litter. You know, you pick which guy you want, you zero in on him, and you apparently have the money to do it. On top of it, Coach Cristobal can show these quarterbacks, hey, look at this offensive line. Look at Cam Ward. We got him to be a number 1 overall pick in the draft. I know Darian Mensah said that his goal is to get to the draft. So hopefully, they can help him at that point. It's another guy that you could point to. So, Coach Cristobal and the Canes are going to have the pick of the litter essentially every single year. They're gonna hone in on a couple of quarterbacks, a couple of schools that are less than the University of Miami, and they're going to be able to get whatever quarterbacks they want every single year. It's not the conventional style, where you got Gino Torretta, who's a Canes starter for multiple years and is here at the school for all 4 years. It's not going to be like that anymore. This is the new age of college football.
Yeah, and I love it. And I love the fact that Mensah came in and he immediately is like, I want to go to the NFL draft, because my first thought when they got Mensah was, hold on a second. He's got 2 years of eligibility. But if all things go right, he's being selected number 1 overall in this next NFL draft, or as a top 10 to 15 pick. And that would also mean that the Canes likely had a lot of success, which will make me happy as a Canes fan.
Right.
C-Katt and I actually had this college football theory that I would love for you to just – we're going to keep workshopping it, but I would love for you to poke a hole in it or tell me what the issue in this would be. As we look at what Miami is doing right now, and we look across the nation in college football as the transfer portal is such a big deal, and these freshmen will show out at these smaller schools and then transfer up into the P4 ranks and show out. That's how Darian Mensah got to Miami, right? Starts at Tulane with Summerall, goes to Duke with Manny Diaz, and now he's a Miami Hurricane. Now he's on the big stage. What would be the issue with a school like, let's just say FIU, becoming a feeder school for Miami? And when I say that, I mean a handshake agreement in which, or even a contractual NIL type deal agreement. I'm not the one to work these things out, where the incoming freshmen that the Canes know will not be seeing the field for us as we're trying to go chase national champions, go to an FIU, just using them as an example, for a year or two before then transferring up to Miami, somewhat serving as like a minor league system, like smaller schools and areas with bigger schools serving as minor league system.
Who's paying him that freshman year?
Miami Hurricanes.
Well, I mean, that's...
Who loses here? Who loses here other than FIU's pride?
Well, I can't imagine that the Canes, are going to use some of their, collective to pay a kid to go to school somewhere else. So even if they were to do that, it's not going to be a lot of money. And then that freshman quarterback would be able to get likely a lot more money at some other school, So I don't think it winds up lining up.
Did I explain this correctly, C-Katt? Are there holes in what I presented to him? Because we were talking about it for like an hour at the station earlier. We were like, look, there are – think about like right now. There's Calvin Russell right now that's going to go play for Syracuse. He's actually playing basketball as well, so it's a bad example. That's part of why he wanted to go to Cuse. He's one of the top receiver commits out of this past year. He's actually hooping for Syracuse right now. He'll be playing football for them in the fall. A kid like him that wasn't going to see the field for Miami because they got 20,000 wide receivers, if he instead of going to Syracuse for a year or two before likely transferring out to a team like Miami, went to a school that Miami has a pre-conditioned relationship with.
Right.
Like, who does that not benefit?
Quarterback might be the hardest position to actually get this machine going with.
Yeah, they'll do whatever they want.
I think you can fill out the roster with this process.
Linemen,
that's what I'm getting at.
But also part of it is, none of these contracts are binding. So, who's to say that the Canes don't pay this kid to essentially go play somewhere else at a smaller school with the idea that eventually then he's going to come over to UM when he's ready, but the kid then gets another offer somewhere else in the interim and goes and plays there, and then the Canes are, left holding their what.
That's the risk you take. That's the risk you take with a couple of kids, but you'll get more of those kids than you wouldn't. I'm not saying it's not perfectly constructed. There would have to be these contingencies. We know that the Big Ten, whatever the hell the Big Ten is doing with their NIL deals, it clearly is working because it's preventative of kids doing what Darian Mensah did with the Duke and staying. That's what the quarterback out of Washington ended up having to stay because it was more restrictive. So there's ways to get lawyers involved to make it make sense. You're saying that it wouldn't make sense on the behalf of Miami. Me and C-Katt were thinking that the FIUs and FAUs of the world would have too much pride and would not like the glass ceiling put ahead of them if they did that.
Well, there is that, but also, based on what we're seeing right now, why would Miami need to spend any of their NIL collective on a player being, going to another school before he comes to Miami? Right, but they're already using, They just used Duke as a farm system, and they didn't pay Darian Mensah anything.
Yeah,
you know, the year before, I mean, it's not a great example, but, like, I was going to say, you know, Georgia, you know, paid Carson Beck, and then, like, that's not a good example, but the point being, the whole country is a Canes farm system. And they don't have to pay any of these kids. You know, like we're seeing it right now.
I think we're trying to create sustainability.
Yeah.
And I think that there is a little bit of a tectonic plates moving, and Miami might have a feeling of, okay, we didn't get bit yet, and that might happen.
They came close to getting bit here with Mensah.
Exactly. It's a scary, you had to get somebody into the portal and then get them rather than pull from the existing portal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they came close, and, you know, it could have ended up being that they would have had to have, you know, gone with Emory Williams next year. You know, like it was nervous times there in Coral Gables. You know, it all worked out, but you're right. Like, maybe there's going to wind up being a year that they get stuck.
Isn't that kind of a victim of your own success? The fact that Miami was still playing football this late into the season had them less able to really get somebody back into their building and get things started for 2026.
But also part of the problem was that Mensah got involved in this legal situation with Duke, and you know, it really went down to the wire. You would hope that there's no situation like that in the future.
But also, Miami was not able to recruit as heavily. Like, while Miami was preparing for college football playoff games, Lane Kiffin was courtside with Sam Levitt. Like, that's part of it.
Yeah, but Cristobal's an animal. Like, he's still doing the work.
Yeah.
He's still doing the work during the week when they're also preparing for the game.
That makes sense. We proposed this as an idea mainly because we started thinking about long-term sustainability. If there's going to be something that is a crutch for these programs that feed off of NIL and the transfer portal, and it's harder, because if you're Miami right now, it's harder to promise a freshman playing time on a roster that is loaded with NFL talent, on a roster that's loaded with other transfers that have come in that are ready to play. And those guys might end up. That might be the one reason why kids don't choose Miami that want to be there is,
I'm
I
just
can
not
go
sure
play
you
somewhere.
need it anymore, though. Like, I mean, do you
still
need these 4- and 5-star freshmen anymore when they could just play somewhere else at a smaller school, and then you go and you pluck them?
I guess that's what you got to do, yeah. I guess that is what you got to do.
Right, because I think this discussion me and Theo had at around 1 o'clock Eastern time today was, are these conversations already being had with guys that might be recruited by Miami? Part of what Miami says is you probably won't start year one. And then Miami might go to them and say, but we would love to revisit this conversation 2 years from now.
I think that happens. Yep.
It's got to happen a lot.
You couldn't have that conversation before, but now you can because it's free agency every single year, essentially. So I think conversations like that happen,
That's what I assume. It's got to happen a lot. And I think, you know, if that conversation continues and he's like, hey, but if you're thinking of going to a school, I've got one for you right down the road.
Yeah.
Pitbull Stadium.
Yeah, like mom and dad don't have to drive across the country for half the games.
Yeah, they're running our system. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. You are an influencer, Zaz.
Oh, yeah.
You put this idea in front of others, and then, you know what I'm saying, or you just tell the coaches directly and set this up.
Maybe
and then
I will.
You're a visionary at that point.
I tweet it once, and all of a sudden, everybody knows about it.
Everybody's just rocking with
it.
Yeah.
We'll
Jonathan Zaslow joining us here, or Theoretically Speaking, on a Feel Good Friday, on a Football Friday. It is also a Friday in which I look at both the NHL standings and the NBA standings, and I say, hey, I think the Heat are probably a little better than where they stand. I know the Florida Panthers are better than where they stand, as they are, I think, 6th right now, and the Heat are standing at 7th in the conference.
The Panthers are 9th, man.
They're 9th?
The Panthers are 9th, and they are way back of the final playoff spot. Panthers are in trouble.
Who do you think, though, between the Heat and the Panthers are in bigger trouble of, let's say, instead of just the Heat making the playoffs not the play-in, and the Panthers making the postseason?
It's funny, like the Heat are going to make the playoffs, but have no chance to do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah.
While the Panthers, it's going to be hard to make the playoffs, but if they were to make the playoffs, they can totally win the whole thing.
They can win a championship.
You know, like that's the situation. The last 2 games for the Panthers were extremely damaging, especially last night. They lose. They give up a goal with 7 seconds remaining against a bad team. And just the injuries, you know, Lundell is now he didn't play last night, and Marchand didn't play in the third after just returning from injury. It's starting to get to the point for me where is this a lost season? You know, are the injuries just too much to overcome? It's starting to feel like that. I think if we get to a place at the end of the season where the Panthers miss the playoffs by 2 or 3 points, I think we're going to look back at these last 2 games, the 2 points they didn't get last night at St. Louis and the 2 points they didn't get at home against Utah. This was a really, really rough last 2 games for the Panthers.
You say that, and it reminds you, it's the injuries and the ailments that the Panthers are dealing with this year. I mean, if they make it back to the Stanley Cup Finals, it'll be their 4th straight year making it to the final stage in the NHL. That is a gruesome journey to keep returning to that place.
Yeah, and the good thing is, like, if this winds up not working out for the Panthers and, they even miss the playoffs altogether, like, then they'll be right back next year. Like, you'll have everyone back and healthy. It's not one of those situations like, oh, man, is it over for them? No, like, not even close. They have all these guys who are under contract for a really long time. This has been a really tough season because of the injuries, which, of course, started with Sasha Barkov going down. And if it doesn't work out this year, they'll be right back next year.
Yeah, and the way I look at it for the Miami Heat, if it doesn't work out this year when it comes to actually acquiring the talent that is Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm going to firmly at this point then start to be a believer that it's never going to work out, that they land that big-time player until it just happens.
This is the one.
Yeah.
We've been talking about for years, the Heat love maneuverability, love flexibility, all right? And it's because they wanted to wait for this. The reality of it is the Miami Heat have only gone all in. Like, they didn't go all in for Durant, so I didn't get him. They didn't go all in for Lillard, so I didn't get him. The Heat have only gone all in one time, and it was for Shaq, all right, where they held on to D. Wade, and they pushed all their other chips to the center of the table and told the Lakers, all of this right here, take whatever you want. Let us know. And that's exactly what they're doing here with Giannis. They're going to hold Bam back, and they're pushing everything else to the center of the table. You tell us what we're allowed to keep. You can have all of this right here. So this is it's very rare that the Heat actually do what they're doing right now. But this is what we've been waiting for. This is what they've been telling us that we're waiting for. So it's like, get it done. And here's the thing. Here's the really frustrating part, Theo. The Terry Rozier situation, you can look at it and say, yeah, the Heat shouldn't have made that trade, which of course they shouldn't have. It was a terrible trade. And then they would have had their 2027 first-round pick still. But if Adam Silver, all right, would do something, all right, as commissioner, just do anything, and the right thing would be for the Heat to get their pick back from Charlotte because the league and the Hornets knew about Terry Rozier. Think about this. If either scenario you want, either they never made the trade or the league does the right thing and were to give the Heat back their pick, if the Heat had that 27 first-round pick, they would be able to trade their 26 pick. They would also be able to trade their 28 pick.
Yep.
They would be a lock to be able to trade for Giannis.
Yeah.
It would be a lock. Giannis would already be on the team right now. If they had that pick back from the Hornets, it would be a lock that Miami had the best offer of anyone, and Giannis would be in a Miami Heat uniform next week.
And everything around this situation is screaming that Giannis has the Heat as a preferred destination. I don't know if this is true or not because of AI, but his mom tweeted out a photo of him at the Heat Arena as a younger lad.
Yeah.
We saw Chris Haynes report, who's pretty tapped in around the NBA, that Giannis would sign an extension with the Miami Heat if that was the place in which he was traded to. And, of course, we have the Shams report from earlier this week that he is finally open to a new destination. What better place for Giannis than a place that is almost, I would say, equally as maniacal about winning as he is? Like, it's a match made in heaven. The Heat have to get it done. I have a question, though, because you said the Heat have put everything on the table. You believe that they put everything on the table except for Bam Adebayo. It's the first time they've gone all in since when they traded for Shaq. Should Bam be on the table?
I mean, I don't love the idea of paying Bam $50 million next year. I'm not sure how you can win with Bam taking up that much money against your salary cap. But the answer is unless you have one of the best players in the entire league, then that doesn't matter as much. If they were to put Bam on the table, they'd be able to get Giannis. But, for sure, Milwaukee would take that deal. But at the same time, Giannis apparently likes Bam. We've seen where he's told him, I think you're a great player. I love the way you play, all that stuff. Why would Giannis want to go to a team that doesn't have any talent left for him to play with?
Exactly.
He's going to stay in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So, if the Heat put Bam on the table, they'd be able to get Giannis. All right, and they would also do no winning.
Right.
So, you know,
back to square one.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, right?
I do think that the one encouraging sign from all of this throughout this season for people that have not been watching is that Bam, it's not that he's become a great shooter, but he's become a more willing shooter, and there are nights when he's on from three-point land, and the Heat have won games because of that. Now, there have been nights where he's blanked it and been terrible, and they've lost games because of it, but Bam Adebayo being more willing and better as a three-point shooter and as a spacer is step one to making a union like Bam and Giannis in your front court.
And just imagine what that front court would look like defensively. Oh
so
my
cool.
God. It'd be,
So cool.
you know, it would essentially be like what Giannis and the Bucks were able to do defensively when he had Brook Lopez behind him defending the rim. Like, Bam's not as big as Brook Lopez, but he is a better individual defender, and it would be very similar. Like, they'd be really, really good defensively.
And the switchability as well for both of them. It is just absolutely spectacular. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that the Heat do get that done before the February 5th NBA trade deadline. But if they don't, I will be somewhere in a cave probably crying a little bit. But you're going to be covering all of that because you cover all of Miami action on your show, Zaslow Show 2.0. Where can people find that action?
Yeah, thanks, Theo. Wherever you guys get your podcast, just search Zaslow Show 2.0. Cover everything Miami, everything South Florida sports related. And every episode is presented by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
Zaz, appreciate your time, man. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll catch you next week.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
That's our guy, Jonathan Zaslow, Zaslow Show 2.0 on ESPN Radio. You know where to find him, man. And you can always catch him weekly here on Theoretically Speaking as he joins us via the Baptist Health Hotline. Because you know what it is when you join the Baptist Health Hotline. You know what it is. Baptist Health is here for you. They take care of you. They get you back into the game when you are sidelined. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game, back ready, ripping and rolling. They want to welcome you to being treated like a pro. They take care of the pros. They take care of the amateurs. Whichever bucket you sit in, they can help you out, and they can make you prepare for the moment, for the game, for the hobby, for the activity that you love doing. You're sore. You have pain. You have aches. You need a little help. Baptist Health is here for you because everyone deserves pro-level care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. That is baptisthealth.net/ortho. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, man. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Remember yesterday, we did commit to rewarding our callers in one way or another. The good people of Theoretically Speaking, that is the aptly named caller base, the backbone of this show, the people that call in and give you a piece of their mind, all for absolutely free.
Yes. I need to compensate them.
We haven't actually fleshed the idea out. But I did erase the whiteboard behind you.
I saw that.
To start the process.
Yeah.
And then I realized that like the eraser I had wasn't very good.
Okay.
So then I got like unmotivated to finish the idea.
Wow.
And now we get where we are now.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what, though? That's one step in the right direction. Action creates results.
How about we start awarding points like whose line is it anyway, where the points don't matter and everything's fake. And then we'll eventually get to the plan that we're talking about.
Okay. Let's do it.
Like prizes, I just thought of right now, top of the head.
We don't have to have any prizes yet. We can start the standings. We don't have to have any prizes yet.
You can pick a rejoin song.
Oh.
Right? Prizes that don't like tie us legally to anything.
Yeah, that's true. Do we have to go to ESPNWestPalmContest.com?
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not too, man. Hope they're not listening right now thinking like, what the hell are these guys trying to cook up? A contest without us involved?
Exactly. I'm going to nail the door shut so they can't barge in and talk to me how I broke the law.
Right. Like, come on, man. We don't do laws here. It's a feel-good Friday.
Pirate radio.
Yeah.
Lawless.
Yeah. Pirate. Hampton Pirates.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, the South Florida Fair.
You know what? We might as well talk about the South Florida Fair because you only have this weekend. That's it.
Y'all
Sunday's the final day to go to the South Florida Fair. So you have tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. It's a good event for the whole family.
It absolutely is. I was just kicking it with my barber, and we were talking about, well, he was also cutting my hair, but we'd be kicking it when we were doing that. And he was talking about bringing the whole family to the South Florida Fair today, and I told him, I said, man, you better hurry up. You better do it today because you got 3 days. You got today, you got tomorrow, you got Sunday. So he said he's going to hit it at night, and I'm talking about the fair. Ahoy, mateys. The South Florida Fair invites guests of all ages to set sail on an exciting venture. This is Party with the Pirates at the South Florida Fair. This is the place to go. I mean, the food has been great. That's what we both agreed on, me and my barber, my guy Kev. He said, man, bro, the fair, the rides are great. It's good to get drinks, check out the agriculture and all that, but the food is the selling point. It is a great place to just pig out.
That's the number one thing that I realized, like just lived in a couple of places in life. No one's done the fair like the South Florida Fair. Like I had like a carnival come to my grocery store parking lot when I was growing up in New York.
Nothing.
Not absolutely. It is
Waste of
dwarfed compared to the South Florida Fair here. It's insane.
Waste of time. You know what isn't? The South Florida Fair. SouthFloridaFair.com for more information and for event schedules, including bike nights, South Florida Fair parade times, and the Classic Rock Tribute Band competition. It's all online right now. SouthFloridaFair.com. You can get your tickets at Publix. You only got 2 days. I better see you at the fair this weekend. SouthFloridaFair.com. Get your tickets, people. More, theoretically speaking, on the other side, that's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We actually have a Tina experience and an appearance. So that's big. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Experience the world's premier equestrian event right here in Wellington, Florida. The Winter Equestrian Festival brings together Olympic and world champion riders and horses from all around the globe for 13 weeks of elite international competition and unforgettable moments. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, high-energy show jumping, incredible atmosphere, and excitement under the lights. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit WellingtonInternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and I...
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manso's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manso's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smithball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
All right, let's talk about your game day routine. You've got the jersey, the cooler, the tickets, but what about your ride? Show up looking like a champion with Unlimited Auto Wash Club. With 6 South Florida locations, every membership includes unlimited 100% hand washes, 1 per day, every day. From a quick exterior shine to the ultimate special with wax, Rain-X, and interior touch-ups, Unlimited Auto Wash keeps your car looking its best all season long. Call 561-WASH-ME-TOO or visit a location today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Hey, Culligan man!
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Let's kick off the new year with a home upgrade that's a win for you and the environment. A Culligan high-efficiency water softener helps you use less soap, less detergent, and fewer chemicals. Talk about a game-winning play. Try Culligan today for 12 months interest-free. Visit Culligan.com for more information and to schedule your free water test. Or just say,
Hey, Culligan man!
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is a feel-good Friday. It is a feel-good Friday, a football Friday, if you will, because we were talking a lot of football today. And it is your boy, Theo Dorsey. It is January the 30th, and I have a statement to make. We're about to read some HR complaints, by the way. We'll explain. I have a statement to make here. I want to say officially.
The box overflooded.
It did. It's getting kind of crazy right now. I want to say officially, loud and proud, C-Katt, we've been waiting years on this since I've joined the radio space. Tina's in too, so you can comment on this. I want to say, for everybody to know and hear, if you want to refer to people, I asked Jonathan Zaslow earlier if he considers himself an influencer and a radio personality and stuff like that earlier on purpose. By the way, you can watch back our segment with the one and only Jonathan Zaslow on ESPN South Florida's YouTube page, the app, wherever you get your podcast, theoretically speaking. It was a great talk. I asked him that for a reason. I am officially ready to relinquish the title of journalist.
Nice.
I'm ready. This is something I hold near and dear to my heart, C-Katt. You know this.
Yeah, you're a capital J journalist.
Yeah. I care about journalism. It's important. It is the backbone, the fabric of society. It helps keep things in check, tells stories, it investigates, it keeps people, people with power and money, it keeps them a lot of times more transparent and accountable for those who don't have the power and the money. I think it's important. But they locking brothers up these days. And I just can't afford to be arrested. Journalists is getting locked up. I cannot afford to be arrested for journalism. So I am officially announcing today in the US of A, until further notice, my retirement from journalism. I am just a sports talking head figure. I ain't got nothing to do with them folks.
Different angle, if you ask me. They're dweebs. I'm looking at journalists, and I'm like, all right, yeah, okay.
You need them, though.
Yeah,
you need them.
Oh, no, okay.
I support journalism still.
You got to get your quote. You get your little recorder out.
You need them.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
At its core, sure.
You're going to get cooked without them. So I'm just saying, look, free the homies. I support them. I'm with y'all. Y'all got it. Y'all got it from here, though. I'm out of journalism. Were you ever consider yourself a journalism?
No.
Okay. C-Katt, you went to journalism school.
This guy said, you ever consider yourself
Shut
a
up,
journalism?
shut up.
Yeah, big
Shut up,
journalist
shut
over
up,
here.
shut up. I retired today.
Do they teach that in MLA?
I retired. I retired today. I can't even
I was probably a journalist for my senior fall semester.
It ain't safe no more, dog. I'm a brother and a journalist. It is not safe. I'm good. I am a sports talking head and with a little fun and jokey joke sometimes.
You're too cool to be a journalist. Just admit it.
Partially.
Uh-huh.
It's a little more fun on this side, I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly. We're about to read HR complaints on there. They're not going to do that on WPTV tonight.
There's nothing journalistic about what I do anymore, too. That's what makes it easier for me to just, take this stance today. So when you refer to me to the homies, when you say, oh, I love listening to Theoretically Speaking from 2 to 4 on ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm, there is C-Katt. He is a nonchalant, ego-checking disc jockey who is on the ones and twos from Penn State and is from upstate New York but doesn't know how to fake a New York accent. He loves Penn State and the Ravens. That's what people would describe you as.
Kind of a jerk.
Kind of a jerk. Tina, they would say she's a fun-loving alcoholic is what some people say, but we don't believe it.
Yeah.
They think you're an alcoholic because you give us the cocktail of the day. You like the Steelers, but not enough to care about what they're doing on a daily basis. And you show up to work whenever you want to, at least on this side of the table. That's what they would say about Tina. And if you're describing me, I don't know what words you would use to describe me, but please don't say journalist. You can get locked up for that these days. So I'm not. I'm just the guy that's chopping it up. Speaking of chopping it up, we got HR complaints.
Yes.
What is the lore behind this, C-Katt and Tina? Because I walk into the office later than both of y'all do, so you guys are often in the call center, as I like to call it.
The bullpen?
It's not the bullpen.
Okay, fine.
Y'all can they call that the bullpen, C-Katt? The space doesn't resemble a bullpen at all.
You're right.
Nor is the operations around it bullpen-esque.
But it's cool.
It's cool to say, but then if I bring somebody in here today and give them a tour of ESPN West Palm, and I bring them into what I call the call center, but I say it's the bullpen, they would scoff.
Call center is insulting, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Y'all all wear headsets and you sit around.
Not
It
all
looks
the
like a call
time.
center. It looks like a call center, though.
Like a little bit. But, but we're
A
not,
lot
we're
of
not
it.
calling all the time.
A bunch of cubicles and people wearing headsets. It just looks like a call
this
center.
isn't Bangladesh. They're doing other types of stuff too.
Don't minimize the call centers out there. Those people do good work. Good work in the call centers.
Tina, part-time call center operator and part-time radio host.
It's not a bullpen. They're definitely not pitching.
Russo and Rizzo have changed what that environment is like. I will say that.
They've incredibly changed it. So
yeah.
So how did this HR complaint stuff cook up?
In the bullpen, so one of our teammates here, she has been referred on Russo and Rizzo as HR Anna. She is in the HR department, but based down here in West Palm Beach. And she talked about one day, doing a box where we could put in complaints.
How could that go wrong?
How could that go wrong?
So is this day one of complaints?
So this was week one of complaints.
There's an Office episode on how this can go wrong.
Yes. So she today started sharing all the complaints. I did not bring in all of them. Some because there are teammates that no one knows who they are, so we're not going to put their name out there.
Okay.
Others, because
disrespectful.
Yes, they're not nice.
And eating on air?
So we will not say those. But I have a nice little stack of some complaints. I have to say, one of our teammates typed complaints, which I think is genius.
Okay, you avoid the handwritten
Yes.
accusations. Because you can see male, female by handwriting, and then you
Exactly.
can really crack down on the anonymity being erased.
I want somebody to cut out magazine letters.
Oh, yes, right?
Real dedication.
So would you like me to read some of them?
Yes, I would like to hear some of these complaints. We will address each.
HR complaints from ESPN West Palm.
I think there's going to be way more next week because when we read them, it was hilarious today.
And how
So
about
there'll
this?
Be way more.
For those that care what we put on these airwaves, there's a chance that it might be read on air. That might encourage you or discourage you on what type of complaint you put in that box.
No. So you're trying to encourage people inside this office to do more complaints? I don't want that. I don't want their opinion.
But Theo, you like when there's conflict.
I do love conflict. Let me get some of this conflict, please. Let me get into this.
So, yeah, exactly. Once you get more of a taste on the air, maybe you'll see the vision.
I want some conflict. I like chaos. Give it to us.
Pooping should be done outside the office. And there's a tip here that says great bathrooms by the elevators. There's an HR complaint.
By the elevators of what? I'm guessing the parking garage?
Yes.
Yeah, I've used those before. They're locked sometimes, and it's also scary. Like at City Place to poop at the City Place bathrooms.
I'm going to let y'all know right now. All right? And whoever wrote that complaint in, I don't know who they were putting it towards. I'm going to tell you right now. If I got to do it and I'm at the office, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm dropping it off.
I'm glad you broke the seal on that because
I'm
I
dropping
agree.
it off.
Yeah.
No shame, I'm dropping it off.
I'm not going to control my bodily fluids because you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not walking. Also, there's a Febreze in the restroom as well.
Yes.
Yeah, just make sure you spray the Febreze, and if it's a messy one, clean up after yourself.
Yeah, it's already a 2 inside, but yeah, eat that, Dave. Yeah,
Dave.
Yeah, Dave's trying to control what we do.
Oh, you can't use it. What you gonna do? There's a book about it. Everybody poops.
All right,
Get used
dismissed.
to it. Rip that one up, by the way. So can we do that?
No. Russo and Rizzo are annoyingly loud in the bullpen. They should be restricted from coming back here until 2:30 p.m.
Whoa.
Very specific.
We need a minute limit on Russo and Rizzo.
So Russo and Rizzo from 4 to 6 here on ESPN West Palm. Y'all are familiar. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo. I wouldn't use the word annoyingly, but they are.
Someone did.
They are aggressively loud.
Yes.
They're intrusively loud.
They're intrusively loud.
You
And
hear them whether you like it or not, which is not a good quality to have.
I'm not going to say which one of them, but one of them is louder than the other at all times. One of them is at 110% at all times. The other one does have levels, right? There's notches, right? Sometimes it does turn up to 110, but sometimes it's at like 80. But they're both loud. They're both loud individuals. I think that's a fair complaint. It's a fair parameter as well. If they don't want them in their call center bullpen until 2:30 so that they can get work done early, that's fair.
Yeah.
You're part of the bullpen.
So I'm part of the bullpen. Sometimes they add, though, to the bullpen, and it's fun.
It's fun. No,
and it's
it
good
is fun.
conversations.
It's great.
Sometimes I'm on a call, or like yesterday, we had a group walkthrough here, and I had to text them all in this meeting, please lower your volume. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
So there are times.
I will
where
say,
it's
too,
okay and where it's
I
not.
love that, though. You know, there's something to be said for the amount of joy that they get
Yes.
out of actually kicking it in the office and, like, entertaining everybody at all points. Like, I like how bought in the two of them are on being here and conversing and just kicking it. It's a good thing.
However, not everyone is busy at the same time.
No.
Yes.
So when you got things to get done, you might not be open to talk about the most overrated movies of the 2010s.
Right. But that pure, unmitigated joy, it's easier. They used to tell us in TV, like people that first start off, especially sports anchors, it's too much energy, it's too loud, and they're saying, we want to be able to dial you back. But you know what? It's a good problem to have if you have too much energy and you pop too much and you're talking too fast, because it's easier to tame a wild bronco than it is to get that kind of energy and passion out of somebody that just doesn't have it.
Okay, so if they were downers, then we'd have a bigger problem.
Yeah, we have a much bigger problem if they just were like anti-ESPN West Palm. So it's good.
Or if
that
they
have
showed
that.
up 7 minutes before the show, complaining to their producer. Yeah.
Yes, that would be terrible. That would be irreversible damage to the state of things here. But instead, they love being here, and we should credit them for that.
I thought we reversed the damage, but yeah.
And we also should do it. It's fair to dial them back a little bit. They just gave them parameters. 2:30. 2:30.
2:30.
You're right. There was damage reversed.
Next one.
Was that an HR complaint that just retroactively?
Remember that week when everyone put their dishes and cups in the dishwasher? Yeah, I remember. Clean up after yourselves, you filthy pigs.
Okay.
I don't use our dishes, so I can't empathize with this. So it's not like I'm a goody two-shoes that does clean my dishes and can also yell at the people that don't. So I can't put myself in their shoes.
Well, we had our
office manager.
Our office manager, the mom of the office retired. So she didn't retire,
Everyone
but
can
she
put
went to
their
a new
dishes
job.
in the dishwasher.
Well, I'm just saying she was the one that people. This is not to diminish anybody's role around here. People feared her.
Yes.
People feared Jess in a way in which people don't fear anybody else around this. It's something people fear Steph too.
Mm-hmm.
Steph and Jess they garner the most fear out of anybody in this office, and Jess was more concerned with some of the things like that. And so there was a week.
I think it was her job too.
It was her. Yeah,
I don't think there's an assigned person to make sure soap is ordered. Is there?
Yes.
I think that would have been Jess.
All right, don't want to call anybody out.
At a certain point.
I'm talking about now.
You have to tell them that, though.
Who's the head of that right now?
It's me. It's part of my responsibilities now. You guys read emails. This is so great. This was communicated.
That was an email
But you know
from 3 months ago.
You know what I will say? Whoever's in that role right now, doing a perfect job.
But no, it is.
There's
it
some
was
duties
needed.
of the person that left have been separated to different people.
Yes.
Different people,
It is like I'm overseeing that role, but the responsibilities were distributed to a handful of teammates.
Yes. Who's over the dishes right now?
I'm not gonna call them out.
Okay.
But again, it's teammates
I thought
need
it was
to
you.
put.
No, it's not.
Like
I
it
seen
was
her get frustrated one time by the dishes though. I saw it.
Oh, you saw me take a picture this week.
I did.
Someone put bread in the sink. Someone put bread in the sink.
You know what else I
and
noticed?
I took a picture of it.
Tina has only complimented the act of one person that is written into the suggestion box so far, and it was the person that typed their entry. The entry about the dishes, was it typed or written?
It was typed. It wasn't me. I wish.
No, I'm not saying it was you.
No, I wish it was though. The typing is genius. Mine I couldn't read on air because it was too specific.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not you.
No, it's not me.
Or maybe you're really good at playing imposter, but continue.
I got approval to read a teammate's complaint on that was about them on air. They texted me.
So this is not about Mike Rizzo.
This is not about Mike Rizzo. Lucas thinks he's Steve Jobs when he wears a sports coat to the office.
Okay, it's a salesperson in the office.
Lucas is one of our marketing consultants here, and he gave me approval to read his on air.
Now, I think Steve Jobs was the wrong word. The
Yeah.
wrong word to use, but he does walk with a different air about him when he's in a
It
sports
was
coat.
yesterday, too. He wore it yesterday.
He walked right past me. He usually says hello. He says hello every time I see Lucas. He walked right past me, and he had a strut going.
Yeah, you weren't dressed good enough to get his attention.
But it was confusing to me. It was confusing to me. So yes, I agree with that. He's a little more smug in his sports coat, but I like it because he's feeling himself. Dress good, look good, play good. That's what Deion said. You have any more-
HR complaints at ESPN West Palm.
Yeah.
We're just like you.
Yeah.
It's okay to throw your papers away instead of leaving them by the copier. If you use the paper cutter, clean up the scraps. You can close the drawers and cabinets too. Your mother's not coming to clean up after you.
Yeah, I have an affliction. I don't close cabinets.
That's about cat man.
It's a problem.
Oh, you do that?
I at home, it's a problem. Even if I like go to your house and am like, I don't know, a house guest or whatever, I also will forget to close your cabinets. And that is, we all have a cross to bear. We all have setbacks in lives, and that's mine. I'm not good at closing cabinets after using them.
What do you think it is? Is it a lack of focus?
I think it's a matter of disrespect.
You like disrespecting people?
I don't like to, but I do.
Wow.
I'm not happy about it.
You got to talk to your therapist. Do you respect yourself, C-Katt?
But what also is the problem of open cabinets? Is it not hurting you?
Yeah, it just doesn't look good. It's sloppy.
Yeah.
Sloppy.
Oh, no. Our back closet is sloppy.
Yeah. You don't want that.
Not going to kill anybody. It's like when your mom says, pick up your room. We're having guests.
It's like, they're not coming in my room.
Exactly. How does it
You're
hurt
just-
them
you're
that my
just using
clothes
this as
are
an
out?
excuse to make me clean my room.
Do we have any more HR complaints?
Yes, we have a few more. After the second sneeze, it's no longer bless you. It's disgusting. Go blow your snot
Wow.
outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
don't know who sneezes a lot.
I wrongfully agree. I get angry when people cough around me.
That's not a sneeze, though.
And sneeze. Yeah.
What if they cover it?
It's still
It is
obtrusive.
annoying. It's annoying. It is annoying.
Like, you can't help it, but I can also not
Yeah.
help being annoyed by it.
Yeah. So it's like, it kind of feels wrong to be agitated by it, but no, you're lying if you say it's not agitating when somebody near you sneezes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I mean, I don't want to say this publicly, but like even sometimes when my wife sneezes, I'm like, come on, man, get a grip.
Oh, well, yeah. I say it to her face. When I get angry. Like, can you knock it off? Trying to watch Beast games. Someone's about to get eliminated.
Yeah, you're over sneezing up a storm.
I missed what Jimmy said.
Yeah.
I can't hear it anymore. All right, now we got to find the remote and rewind.
Gotta
Okay, now
rewind
I can
it.
hear.
And it never rewinds to the right part. It rewinds either way too far or not enough.
And then she sneezes again when we get to
Oh
the final
my-
spot. Like, gosh. Take your allergy pill.
Yeah. Yeah. That was C-Katt saying that, not me, by the
Okay.
way.
3 more. Heating up fish in the microwave should be punishable by banishment to the janitor's closet. Go eat in shame.
We don't have a janitor's closet.
Yeah, stinky
we do.
fish.
So you wrote that?
No.
Because nobody else in this office knows we
That
have
was
a
a
janitor's
typed
closet.
one. That was a typed one.
No, we do have a janitor's closet.
We do have a
You knew
janitor's
that?
closet.
Right in the back entrance.
How would you know that? You be like prodding
The
around in there?
doors. Well, you know what it is? I'm
You're here
here when the
late.
cleaning people get
Yeah, that
here.
makes
That's
sense.
what it is.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you should not bring stinky food into the office at all. I think like even fish, we can open up the door to a lot of other stinky food, which might get problematic.
Open that door. Go ahead, open that door.
You know, your stuff's a little bit exceptionally stinky, stanky, the like. Maybe you're nose blind to it, so maybe you don't realize. Maybe we got to have conversations like, hey, we're all talking about it.
Get them a deodorant pack, you know?
For the food?
Oh, this is for people. This is for the food.
Yeah, it's for the food. Like someone's heating up fish in the microwave, then it stinks of the whole office.
Yeah, I saw a Instagram reel before I got my brick that limited my Instagram consumption, where a construction worker went and got halibut, and like he just walked into a random gas station and microwaved it for like 3 minutes, and he has to rotate around like the block of which he works because they yell at him.
I bet.
Because it smells so bad in that gas station using the microwave that's on the counter. So he has to be creative. Yeah, he's to sneak his way into the place he's already been at and sneak his way out.
Are you still eating that cookie?
No, I just finished it.
Yeah, stinky food in the office needs to be punished.
There's a good cookie, by the way. Good sugar cookies we got in the office today.
Mm-hmm. Two
Not
more.
stinky.
So just to add some context, all of our like breakout rooms where you can take meetings and stuff have like names to them. Like our
Really?
conference room is called the Politina Parking Lot. We have another room called the Bookable Room. So
That's the Cat Cave. This is the Evan Cohen studio.
yes. So this complaint is R&R, Bruce and Rizzo, need to not be near the Bookable Room when teammates are on meetings. And they added a smiley face.
Because they're too loud?
Because they're too loud.
I see. You might be talking to the CEO of Google, for all we know.
Yeah.
Trying to get a big ad deal.
Yeah.
And you've got someone talking about Ohio State football.
That's you know what? Maybe that's a bigger issue than I'm giving it credit for. The volume of R&R.
The noise pollution?
The noise pollution is a real thing. Like, I'm okay with the energy and the effort and all of that
Yeah.
and being beloved and being here, but you can tone that down. You can tone down your volume. You don't have to be loud, right?
You got to be respectful.
Like, inside voices are a real thing.
I'll say this, though, because I'm in the bullpen. Everyone gets loud. Like,
Right.
it's like they, like, go in there
Ah,
and
they-
start the conversation,
I
and then,
see.
like, we all do.
Y'all get loud, so y'all are part of the problem as well.
We all
You're
are
encouraging
problem.
it.
So they are me when I go see my dogs and I jump back and forth and I rile up the dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They activate it. They agitate it.
They are the catalyst.
But it's not every time, though,
Not every
that
time.
we, like, get loud with them, but there are times. I will say
I got to come to work more. I don't.
Yeah. Between 3:30 and 4, the bullpen is like,
Yeah.
they are
it's
there.
erupted. Oh,
and
so it
it's-
happens while we're here on the air.
Yes, because
Okay.
sometimes when I'm not able to be on the show and I'm in the bullpen, I
that's
hear these
weird.
conversations, and
you're-
sometimes they're very
So
entertaining.
Tina's in the office during the happy hour, but not able to be on the show because you're part of their show.
I will say I'm happy it happens in the bullpen and not where sometimes it does happen, which is right outside the studio.
Yeah,
because we can
You
hear,
can hear.
and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
And I snapped on Rizzo like his first week on the show every day because I was so angry with how loud he was right next to the door.
It's a fixable problem, though, right?
I mean, yeah.
We thought Mike Rizzo
thought.
won the award of most likely to be heard before seen.
This is like the third notice that he's been given.
It was again. That was fun though.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's fun.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing. I'm
But
just
then he
saying.
tried to whisper
His
the
housing
rest of the day. He couldn't do it.
He gets emails from his housing community to
Yes.
say like,
Yes.
So here's
He's
the
just
question.
a loud guy. They both
No,
are.
no. You don't just get to be a loud guy and everybody
No,
else
I
has
know.
to deal
You
with
have
it.
to be able to control though, and like in the environment that you're in.
I'm curious though, what's going through your mind when you just turn the volume up every time, and you have to be cognizant of being loud. Like I'm cognizant of a lot of things that I do, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna dial that back. I'm gonna dial that back. Sometimes I tell too many jokes at dinner when it's a double date with me and my wife. I dial it back sometimes. I don't get in trouble for that 10 times in a row. I would think by the third time.
He's not getting in trouble.
I get called out by my girlfriend for doing radio voice just in real life.
What do you mean?
What is radio voice?
I guess it's just one.
Your presenter voice.
It's one louder level volume.
Okay.
And like we'll be like in public and I'll talk crap about someone to our right or to our left.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, eyes bulging, say like, you need to be quiet. because you are not at work right now. You are not delivering a punchline.
Yeah.
And that person's right there and they can hear you.
Just quiet down. So it's not crazy. But do you but I guess you keep getting in trouble for it.
It happens too regularly.
I have a loud laugh.
The fact that she has a word
I love
for
your
it
laugh,
is a
though.
problem.
Thank you. My wife hates the volume of my laugh, but now I can't control that though. If
Yeah.
something's funny,
Yeah, but you also disperse when you laugh.
I run away. Yeah.
You spread your noise far and wide to where it's not too impactful in the spot where you're at.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why. It's just what I do. It's just when I'm having a good time, I'm laughing. I got to run around a little bit. They say that's a thing that black people do.
Well,
They say it's a very.
They say if you want to be schooled on
black
the thing
dude.
that they say,
We
magic
say it
tricks.
too.
Magic tricks.
Magic tricks too.
Mm-hmm.
Magic tricks too. But laughing as well. For some reason, I don't know. I just get a little jogging.
It's good. It's very rewarding for someone who says the joke.
Yeah, it is.
As being the
Exactly.
person that triggers you to convulse, it's like, yeah,
I really
bang,
did it.
got
Yeah,
it.
I really did that. Maybe we just like a good show. You know, we appreciate entertainment. I don't know.
That instant rewarding of a punchline landing is very nice.
Yes.
The
And
worst
it's-
is when someone goes, "That's funny."
Whew. That's rough.
Do we have any more HR complaints?
The last one. Mike Rizzo needs to not be the fun police.
Wow.
That was one.
I've heard many things about Mike
Oh,
Rizzo.
man.
Fun police is not one of them.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't really
Tina, was
know.
that yours? What
That
does
was
that
not
mean?
mine.
Explain it, please.
Policing
No,
the
mine's
fun?
not in here.
Is he policing the fun? How's he policing the fun?
Mike Rizzo was staunchly.
Well, we read these and then he was upset after.
Oh, so this was a late ad then.
I don't know if he did any complaints.
This is
No.
next week's
this-
edition.
No.
Tina just wrote that and she was giving out the other
No,
one.
that one was in the pile of complaints from this week.
Fun police. Fun police.
I don't.
Like maybe we're having fun on a topic, but then he doesn't
gets-
like that topic.
When
So we
Sydney-
have to stop talking about that topic.
You can't single him out for anything. That's what you can't do with Mike Rizzo. He doesn't like that.
When Sydney Sweeney sold her name, image, and likeness and her bathwater to that soap company,
Mhm.
he was staunchly against her right to do that and said that this is awful. That's fun, and he tried to police that.
Yeah.
That's all I can. The fun police.
Mike doesn't turn into the fun police unless the fun is at his expense.
Oh.
Which is okay. He doesn't like that. He just doesn't like that. So y'all need to stop singling out Mike. Can I make a rule for the HR thing? Because I want to protect my brother. Can I do that?
Sure.
This is for HR Anna and anybody else making suggestions or complaints. Don't write Mike Rizzo's name. Do not write Mike Rizzo's name. He does not like it when y'all do that, and he's going to police your fun if you do. Now, if you got a complaint about Mike, just put Colin's name.
Yeah.
That's what me and C-Katt did in our stand-up specials, or at least I did.
Mhm.
Just put Colin's name. Colin's going to take the heat for both of them. They're on a show together.
Yeah.
They are a tandem. They are brothers. They're like the stepbrothers. What's Will Ferrell
and John O'Reilly?
John Riley, is that his name?
Yeah.
His real name?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Brennan and Dale was their characters' names.
Nobody ever says his name.
You know, he's big co-star with Will Ferrell in
Right.
both that and Talladega Nights.
I know. I'm saying. Nobody says his name enough.
Mhm.
We got to start talking about John Riley.
Got to start talking about St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
There's no complaints at St. Lucie Battery and Tire because me and Sally Girl are
There it
all
is.
safe on the road. They've got me new tires. They've got me a new battery. And they've done maintenance on Sally the Sonata.
Got that actor wrong.
Isn't it Vince Vaughn?
No,
No,
you're even more wrong than me.
You're very off.
All right, but it's definitely a white dude.
Oh, it's John C. Riley. I'm not that off. Okay.
Okay.
They don't even correct you. They don't. If you write John O'Reilly, they don't get you anywhere close to John C. Riley. It's crazy.
Okay.
You had to look up Step Brothers cast to get it right.
Well, St. Lucie Battery and Tire. I go to the location on Blue Heron and Military Trail. Randall helps me out, gets me all good to go. I trust the experts and go to SLBT to find a location near you because they're not just in Palm Beach County. They're all across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Go to slbt.com to see how they can help you.
I genuinely, I feel survivor's guilt. I feel bad when I'm like in a conversation with friends and they talk about how much like they hate their jobs. because I absolutely love this.
Love it.
I absolutely love this, especially your reaction, Tina, to being cut off in the middle of talking about St. Lucie Battery and
I just need to slide it in. That's all.
Yeah, like
I couldn't let it live out there for a minute longer.
Like, okay.
Just quickly, I wanted the audience to know that I'm owning that mistake.
Because there's he knew there was somebody driving in the car because this is what he would be doing.
Yep.
Like this idiot.
This guy has no idea what he's talking about. Now I
anything.
don't trust anything he says.
Yeah. So I'm glad he cleared that up. That's what made it so funny. It was funny because I knew you had to sneak it in. I knew she was like, "Why the hell would you break up me talking about my friends at St. Lucie Battery and Tire?"
I got there in a breath like this. I got there in a breath.
You did it. And then also simultaneously as this is happening, I'm sure Rizzo is like, storming up and down the aisles of the bullpen, as y'all call it, complaining about something.
Did you hear him complain about not getting nominated for anything with our company-wide award show yesterday?
He did that for real?
Yeah. I'm going to add that to next week's box. I think it's in poor taste to complain about not getting awards.
Wow.
Congrats to Theo Dorsey, though, who got a nomination.
Thank you.
Content Teammate of the Year.
I hate to do that in the same breath as us. That was a bad time to do it.
Tina, that was mean.
That was not nice.
I'm sorry.
No. Trust me, I appreciate you. I'm just saying I'm more so because I told y'all, Mike don't like when y'all single him out, man. I'm here to protect Mike. I am now taking up my stand as the protector of Mike Rizzo.
That's very nice. He was, though, saying how he was upset that there was multiple teammates here who didn't get nominated.
Okay. But he mentioned himself as one of them?
I didn't hear him talk about himself, but he mentioned some other teammates.
You should never do that. You should never mention yourself. No, but you know what? Except for Mike Rizzo, he's allowed to do it because nobody say anything bad about my guy.
You're sticking up for Mike Rizzo. Yes.
I'm now sticking up for Mike Rizzo. I'm like his security detail around here. Don't mess with the mic, or you will.
Well, the mic's going to bite back. I don't know. We got to go to break, please.
Are you going to put complaints in the box?
I will put a complaint or two in the box. But I don't want to. Y'all are going to be able to know it's me, though.
Type it out.
Okay, I'll type it out.
We should all type it out.
All right, we'll type it out. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Car buying just leveled up at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. We're now open at 7 a.m. Shop early, skip the crowds, and get on with your day. No pressure, no nonsense. Just real people who listen, including female sales professionals ready to help. And check this out. The invoice is on every new car. No games, no surprises. No time to stop by? We bring the test drive to you, home or office. Buy the right way at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Early, easy, exceptional.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Banyan Printing, your trusted partner for all your printing and signage needs. With 48 years of local service, over 1,000 customers choose Banyan for fast turnaround, free delivery, consistent results, and market-leading customer service. Banyan's all-in-one solution saves businesses time and resources. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they eliminate the hassle of multiple vendors. If you're unsure you're getting the best service or value, visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their third championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
Funnel cake. Rise. Farm animals.
Wake up, South Florida Fair.
Don't tell me what's fair. What? The South Florida Fair is open? Why didn't you say so sooner? Use the free park and ride from the mall at Wellington Green and Palm Beach Central High School and avoid traffic. Visit southfloridafair.com for details or download the Fair app. Open now through February 1st in West Palm Beach.
The countdown is on to Palm Beach's PGA Tour event. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns to PGA National Resort and Spa to kick off the Florida Swing February 25th through March 1st. Secure your spot to watch the pros take on one of golf's toughest stretches of holes at the iconic Bear Trap, while enjoying plenty of fan activities, local bites, drinks, and more. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com. Don't forget, 2 kids get in free with each ticketed adult.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Let's kick off the new year with a home upgrade that's a win for you and the environment. A Culligan high-efficiency water softener helps you use less soap, less detergent, and fewer chemicals. Talk about a game-winning play. Try Culligan today for 12 months interest-free. Visit Culligan.com for more information and to schedule your free water test. Or just say,
Hey, Culligan Man!
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
This from the Jim Crane Celebrity Golf Tournament earlier this week, after our conversation with Ray Lewis, where he explained that the U is back. We are back, is what he said about the University of Miami football. We were abruptly interrupted by a creature peeking out of the bushes, jumping onto the golf cart, trying to attack us. It was a raccoon.
You can see it in the eyes. And I go get somebody out of my house. And then we become closer friends. Yeah. Man, the man I got in the car. First, the fat boy sprayed. Lord, hey, well, we ain't gonna make it. Where my car?
Hey, look, if you can't do nothing, I'm definitely getting up out of here.
Ooh, we gotta go.
Ray Lewis abruptly then runs off, pushes me in front of him between he and the raccoon as if I was his lead blocker. But if Ray is running, then guess what I'm doing? I'm sprinting. That is your EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing coolest moment of the week. None other than the Hall of Famer, the Miami Hurricane, and Super Bowl champion Ray Lewis being spooked Not by Jerome the bus Bettis, but by a little frail raccoon.
I was taken aback. That's the first time I was ever in the same presence as Ray Lewis, which is a shame since he lives around here. I was stunned about how much weight he carried in terms of standing above everyone else that was around him, even though he was surrounded by celebrities, stars in both the sports industry and the music industry.
And us.
And us. But he was top dog in terms of cachet, swagger, and aura. It's crazy.
He's that guy.
He is.
He's that guy.
He's my favorite football player of all time.
He was floating, man, as he was walking around there. And yes, I've been at the tournament each of the past 3 years. A lot of great celebrities and big presences have been there most years. DJ Khaled, Terrell Owens, Barry Sanders was there this year. Like, there's the top dogs of entertainment, sports, and rap. And excuse me, not 50 Cent. Ray Lewis stood out.
Yeah, Ray Lewis sacking Ben Roethlisberger there's a picture of that in my bedroom signed by Ray Lewis.
Wow.
Wow.
I know. He looks over me. He protects me every night before I go to bed. Some people have like religious things. It's me. It's Ray Lewis.
How could you not tell him that?
I didn't talk to Ray Lewis. I thought it would be an amateur move to try to show my fandom in front of him.
Not really. We were talking with him for a little. I guess he did run off. The raccoon ruined everything.
Yeah, because he was worried about the raccoon.
From here.
Yeah.
Like before he got to us, he was worried about the raccoon.
Right.
He was worried about the raccoon while he was answering your question about the Miami Hurricanes.
He was.
And then he ran away because of the raccoon.
Yes.
So we never really had a chance to talk about my childhood, unfortunately.
You're right.
How did the raccoon end up getting out of the golf cart? It eventually just like
A guy
ran
ran
off?
commotion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, after all of that,
Okay.
the guy went and chased him. The raccoon did not leave the area. The raccoon actually stayed and kind of prodded around until me and C-Katt left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was weird. It was a weird little experience.
Mm-hmm. But Ray Lewis hid behind Theo Dorsey when it came to attacking this raccoon.
Yeah.
He was going to shove Theo.
Yeah, honestly, if the raccoon got any closer, I feel like I would have been thrown on top of it.
Yes.
So I'll probably be getting a rabies shot today. But no, that was
But we learned not all of them have rabies.
You're right. But you have to get a rabies shot though.
Still?
You do have to get the rabies shot because just in case. That's why or like how just like if a iron pierces you or something like that, you got to get a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
I think you still got to get the rabies shot. Is the whole thing. Now, I'm just saying that based off what other people told me, so I could be lying. Just like how the other day you lied and said that all raccoons have rabies.
I didn't lie. I assumed.
Well,
that
but when you assume something out loud and it's wrong,
they're
I said, don't they all have rabies?
I don't
Then you
know. You
corrected
said it more definitively, like you're like all raccoons have rabies.
Things you say into these microphones are very important.
Yeah.
People take your word as gospel.
That's right.
You're right.
That's right. That's right. But we're not journalists, though.
Next stop.
No.
John C. Riley was
the
in
homies.
Step Brothers, not John O'Reilly.
Yeah.
You're
Bill.
thinking of O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Or Bill.
Him too. Our get around has dropped us off at the city of brotherly love.
Wow. Houston.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Damn it.
ESPN, hey, we know them. They announced that they are releasing a 30 for 30 titled, quote, The Philly Special.
Oh, my
It's
God.
going to feature Jason Kelsey, Nick Foles, Doug Peterson, Corey
care.
Clement, and Trey Burton. It premieres February 6th.
Nobody gives a damn about that documentary or that show. Does that interest you, Tina? I'm sorry. I spoke too soon. Is that?
No.
Nobody gives a we can't.
Are they releasing one about the U?
We just-
I saw
yeah.
this 30%.
Come on now.
I saw that one.
Come on, that's everybody ready for that.
Yeah.
And the White House. Michael Irvin got the White House on Netflix right now. Go watch it. Stream it. He's hilarious. Nobody want to watch no damn Philly special. We just lived it.
Cardinal Newman alum Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
He's in California right now at Torrey Pines for the tournament on the PGA Tour. Big return. Did you hear this back and forth with the media before he eventually teed things off yesterday in his triumphant return to the PGA Tour?
And then lastly, your record in the majors the last couple of years has not been all that great, and it made me wonder.
Pointing it out.
Well, it's right there in black and white, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Don't I know it?
You're the one that shoots it.
Isn't that journalist a bit of a jerk and a little bit of a D-bag, and we should look down on that guy?
That's aggressive.
That was weird.
Yes.
That felt personal.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, was that his poor attempt at humor, or does he just not like Brooks Koepka and they've had run-ins before? I couldn't really tell. It was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Were you watching that live and you threw something at your TV? Like, you sound personally attacked.
Well, this bad blood relationship of golfers choosing where they want to play golf. Obviously, Brooks went to live, back to PGA Tour.
God,
I think
get it
people,
up.
these journalists are holding that against guys.
Shut the hell up. Any journal, like, bro, why are you pocket watching? Get the hell out of here, man. Who is that dude? Do we know that guy's name, that journalist?
No, I haven't pulled his credential.
We don't need to know his name. Irrelevant. Like, get out of here. Get a hold of yourself. Is he getting paid by the PGA?
Next stop.
Well, I don't know that for sure. He could be
Carrying
writing
the
for the
bag.
tour or something like that.
He's definitely carrying the bag for the tour. Like, get a hold of yourself, dude.
We're not going to ask Brooks Koepka questions like that when
No.
he comes to the PGA National.
Hell no, we not. That's the homie.
Next stop.
Speaking of Theo's homies, oh man, the Minnesota Vikings have fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah today. Of course, the Vikings missed the playoffs this year, 1 year after winning 14 games. A big change from last year to this year, choosing not to re-sign Sam Darnold, instead hitching their wagon to J.J. McCarthy.
I wonder how much of this is also confirmation bias because they drafted McCarthy number 10 overall, so they want. Like, I wonder how much did Kwesi and everybody else involved in that decision-making process want and like hope cast that J.J. McCarthy will be the guy versus actually believe in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Because you're doubling down on your priors. Like, it takes a GM and a decision maker with great job security and great perspective to realize a mistake and pivot from it. It's human nature to double down on mistakes to try to make yourself look right in the first place. So that's kind of why he lost his job. And apparently he's the fall guy for it. So I wonder if he was the one beating the table the most for it. And I've talked on these radio airways before about conversations I may or may not have had with Kwesi at the owners' meetings when they came down to Palm Beach ahead of this past season. And at the very least, I will say he was pretty confident in what they had this year, and it did not work out.
It is shocking in terms of how much it flopped. Like, it was very perceivable and possible for J.J. McCarthy not to work. But for the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl,
that's crazy.
That is what is hard to stomach if you're ownership in Minnesota.
It's a weird timing of the firing, too, huh?
When you had that guy in your building and you had proof of concept of Sam Darnold with the Vikings winning 14 games, and he could have had him for what, 35?
Probably like 40 million.
$40 million.
I wonder how much of this is also like, how much of this was, do you think it's like something happened at a meeting this week? Because this is weird timing. It's not like they just found out.
Yeah, Kwesi was at the, the Reese's, where Mike T's at.
Senior Bowl. The Senior Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, he's there. He was there, and he's just been fired. So
he was there just answering questions at the podium.
He was?
He was just answering questions at a podium on Thursday. That might have been his exit interview stuff. But again, he's been actively working as GM of the Vikings. They're doing the draft process right now, and I wonder how much of this was it was like probably a conflict at the table, right? He's probably pounding the table for a certain prospect and like, remember last time you pounded the table?
Mm-hmm.
Get your ass out of here. That's I'm curious if that's what happened.
But he's only 44 years old.
He'll be good.
He just got an extension last offseason.
Hey, my thoughts go to all the people on his staff that might go with him that have lesser extensions and money on their contracts. Kwesi's gonna be fine. He's gonna find another job. That's the get around. That right there is the get around. This right here, what I'm about to talk about is Culligan water. You feel me? Culligan water. Culligan.com. I've told y'all before, if you need a water test, go to Culligan.com. You get a free water test that will come to your crib, your place of establishment, your work, and they will test the water in said place. And they'll tell you what's in it. Pharmaceuticals, pollutants. Florida's got some of the worst water in the states. Florida's got bottom tier water. It's terrible. It's disgusting. If you saw what was in your water, you might emit some things out of your mouth. You might puke.
It's bad for my hair.
It's bad for your hair, the water.
Yes.
See, and that's one of the issues. Some people don't even realize that's what's bad for their hair. They're probably changing their products and stuff, thinking, oh, this L'Oreal ain't hitting like it used to. No. It's because you moved to Florida and the water's not good.
Yes.
Culligan can help with that. Culligan's got high-efficiency water softeners that can help you use less soap, less detergent, fewer chemicals, and improve the chemicals you are using in your hair and in your detergents. It also has reverse osmosis systems to purify the water in your home so you're not drinking all of the toxins and pharmaceuticals and pollutants that come into our water here that does not get eradicated by the waterway systems here in Florida, by the plumbing. Culligan.com. Get your free water test today. Find out how they can help you. Culligan.com. And right now they are offering 12 months interest free. Culligan.com. You about to get that tax refund check. 12 months interest free. Culligan.com. Tap in. More theoretically speaking on the other side. That's C-Katt. I'm Theo. That's Tina. We're live on ESPN 106.3.
Forget your name.
No, I didn't.
I am in pain. My leg!
Time now for an injury report.
My head and torso! Wow, that's crazy. They hit me everywhere except my legs!
Presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Nikola Jokic, the Joker, is listed as questionable to play tonight against the LA Clippers. The Denver big man is listed as questionable. He's been out for a month with a hyperextended knee in which he actually injured against the Miami Heat on, I believe, December 29th. In a game in which the Heat were likely going to lose to the Nuggets, Jokic goes out and the Heat come back and win by a lot. And I said on All You Can Heat afterwards, is this going to be the game in which we talk about the Heat turned a corner because they were on a rough stretch? Or is this going to be the game we look back on a month and a half from now and say, oh, yeah, that's the game where Jokic went out with an ugly injury and derailed it of the Nuggets season? It was more of the latter, and Jokic is set to return tonight. Potentially, he's listed as questionable, so he could return from a month's absence. And that is your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care injury report. It's important, too, because Nikola Jokic can only miss one more game if he misses more than one game, if he misses 2 more games this season, he will not be eligible for the NBA's post awards. So he can't win another MVP or be an all-star, be all-NBA if he doesn't play 65 or more games. He's missed so many games this month that he only has 1 more left, 1 more strike, and he's out. So that's a big time injury update right there. That's a little NBA talk.
Yeah, it's like when kids are trying to graduate like high school or move up to 10th grade. It's like I have no more absences. Gotta be there. And he shows up sick because he skipped school when he wasn't sick before. It's like, all right, geez. Great parenting you've got, huh?
Tough
Really
position.
not get you to school.
Tough position for you.
I never understood that. Skipping school in high school. Like I would never have been able to skip school as a student because like my mom would notice.
Right.
That's like just in movies or something, right?
One time I skipped school when we were in the state championship game in high school.
But like that makes sense.
Well, no. So the school let us out, and I faked the parent thing to get out, and I still got caught because my parents have too many homies. And as I was walking the 35 minutes it took for me to get home because I didn't have a car yet, which all it took was one person to notice me and like, what the hell is Theo doing walking middle of the day? Called my mama. And that was a tough day. I did get the day off, but then I was just thinking about it all day. I'm like, dang, I know my pop's gonna pull up. My pop's pull up, I know it's trouble. So yes, I skipped school one time and I never did again.
Ever skip school, Tina?
Never, no.
Not possible in the locks?
I was too scared to do it, too. Like, my parents would find out.
Yeah, they always find out. They always find out. But some people's parents don't really be hovering over them like that. So some people's parents don't care. Some people's parents be skipping school themselves. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into on ESPN. That's no off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN, all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today to get involved.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.